I thought the guards were gargoyles. Plato indicated the corner of the yard with his head. I think it's both. Incoming! A small boulder was rolling through the air in Liv's direction, headed straight for her. She did the first thing she could think of and dropped to the soggy earth, her fingers pressing into the soft dirt. The boulder rushed over her head, turning around when it got to the other side of the yard. Like a bull about to charge, it rotated and sped forward again, appearing to build up speed. Liv gave Plato an annoyed look. Must be nice to be short right now. It is, he agreed. It's even better that I can do this. The lynx disappeared, leaving Liv alone in the yard. She sighed, pushing to her feet and directing her hand at the boulder speeding in her direction. It exploded into 100 tiny pieces, sending debris all over the place. Liv shielded her face from the dust as applause broke out from the park. She chanced to look, to find the hippies all cheering her on, having seen her nearly not escape the mad boulder. Liv managed to smile in return, keeping her attention on the yard. She was expecting another rock to be flung at her, but a cracking noise overhead stole her attention. Liv glanced up. The stone gargoyles were looking down at her, their wings flapping like they might take off at any moment. The door to the house was only 15 yards away. Liv debated making a run for it, but she didn't want to be trapped on the porch if she couldn't easily defeat the 4 gargoyles glaring down at her. That was when she noticed words etched over the front of the porch. She squinted, reading aloud. That which you resist persists. Was this a riddle or just Renswick's favorite quote? Liv wasn't sure, but she figured she'd take the direct approach with his guards. Hey there, Liv sang. I'm just here to see Renswick. Totally not a big deal. Is it cool if I just knock at the door? The closest gargoyle opened his mouth and leaned over the edge of the roof. Liv wasn't sure if it was going to say something in response to her question. It wasn't. Fire streamed from the gargoyle's mouth, shooting straight at her. A second time, Liv dove out of the way, doing a front roll to avoid the flames. The hippies yelled from the park, switching from worry to relief when it was clear that Liv hadn't been harmed. A gargoyle lifted off the corner of the house, diving in her direction with its large stone wings flapping. Liv didn't think that ducking a third time would get her out of this mess. Pulling out Bellator, she stood strong. The flying gargoyle sped up, its black eyes narrowed on her. Liv didn't budge from her spot, just tightened her grip on Bellator. When the gargoyle swept by her, claws extended. Liv swung the sword at it, and the metal clanged on the stone. Unharmed, the gargoyle flew back up to the top of the house. Beside it, 2 more gargoyles materialized. Wait, what? Liv thought. They're multiplying? Behind you! The hippies yelled from the park. Liv stooped and spun around just in time to see a tombstone rising in the air, bringing up clumps of mud as it lifted free from the ground. Swinging a sword at a giant tombstone seemed like a dumb idea, so Liv did the only other thing she could think of. She ran. She darted toward the side of the yard, which was overgrown and filled with many other stones. After she'd hurtled over several slabs, she realized this was a cemetery. Gross, she thought. Who builds their house on top of a cemetery? And then a different thought occurred to her. What if the house was there first, and the graves were new additions? What if they were people who had tried to get past the guards and failed? Liv heard something moving fast behind her and glanced over her shoulder to see not only the tombstone, but also 2 gargoyles racing in her direction. She considered using the same spell she had on the boulder, but it didn't feel right to blast a tombstone into pieces. In her hands, she felt Bellator tug. At first, she thought it was a trick of her imagination. But then it happened again. This time harder, nearly pulling her off her feet, and Liv realized that a mausoleum was beside her. To her surprise, the wrought iron gate was half open, lighted candles illuminating the entrance from the other side.